The small island of Pulwang was severely devastated by a hurricane on June 15 that affected not only the capital but also the surrounding rural areas. Basic service and infrastructure were severely damaged. Humanitarian agencies arrived on June 19, 4 days after disaster occurred. Roads are blocked and there's no communication.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
We need to go in.
Major problems here are cholera, measles, gender-based violence.
Bringing together people from so many different cultures, so many different countries, so many different regions with very different perspectives, different understandings about life itself.
From engineers to doctors to nurses and urban planners, anthropologists and lawyers.
We didn't bring you here from all over the world
to teach you how to be humanitarians. We brought you here so that we could all teach each other how to make humanitarian aid better.
I am currently working for UNICEF in Nigeria, and I think it's a good opportunity for me to listen to the various perspectives in terms of those who are in academia. How do they look at coordination? How do they look at making impact in terms of social change?
I'm a PhD student and I'm doing in ecological economics. Things that have been told here was quite new to me, and it's like an eye-opener. You can say BIARI has opened a new world for me.
One of the incredible things about this institute was that we brought so many people from around the world together who all have their own experiences in humanitarian emergencies. All of them are incredibly well-intentioned and want to make this world a better place. And it was really inspiring to actually hear some of their stories of where they come from. Many of them have been affected by disaster emergencies themselves.
Well, you have so many stereotypes and ideas about different cultures, different countries, people from different backgrounds who you have not had a chance to interact with. But only when you come and meet people from different nations, they tell you about their problems, do you actually realize about what it means to be living there and what they're actually going through.
Well, the way the thing started off in this course, we started off with lectures and then interactive sessions. And they have really been well planned, very well organized, to the point that we started off with what we mean by a humanitarian mission, what is a humanitarian, and then it progressed all the way to the various agencies, how they link up together, in what way can you achieve coordination.
We wanted to bring together a diverse range of speakers who could talk to different aspects of humanitarian response. So individuals doing research on pre-disaster preparedness, individuals doing research on how to improve the delivery of specific items during humanitarian response, such as food, nutrition, security, shelter, water and sanitation. And then individuals with experience doing research in post-conflict.
That's a deceptively simple question.
So we really wanted to cover the whole gamut of different aspects of human security and humanitarian response.
And you then go to a group of donors that start to care, and then you advocate to your government and say, put some money in.
We were really lucky to have Sam Worthington join us for our institute. He is the CEO of Interaction, which is a conglomeration of all of the US-based humanitarian organizations.
Or do you spend time in the disaster where no one is paying attention? And
he was able to provide a lot of detailed information about how the entire UN and international humanitarian organizational system works.
The system should never claim to be able to say, we meet the totality of the disaster. It doesn't. It addresses pieces.
One of the unique things I think about this institute is that we wanted to make it more than just lectures. And so we built in a lot of group exercises. And so one of them was our water and sanitation tabletop scenario, where we gave them a real-world example of a humanitarian emergency. And so they actually had to use real data to calculate needs, such as how much water, how many latrines they would need. They also had to go through the process of actually purifying water.
2.5 tablespoons of salt.
And so we wanted them to have that hands-on aspect of it, so it's more than just theoretical.
That is really incredible that you guys are all got different answers.
Yeah.
Then you need 5 or 6 distribution points. So who got that?
You know, you make all these assumptions that this is the same community as that community, but there's so much contextual stuff.
Part of the BIARI that I put together focused on how is it that people meet their basic welfare needs in conditions of human insecurity. And that often means going to non-state actors or going to the state, but through the intermediation of non-state actors. And there's a fair amount of interest in that, in part because some of them work for these very organizations that I've been describing, and so they have their own firsthand experience with them. We actually put together a panel where we got to hear about their research and learned quite a bit from them.
After your research work is done, do they get any benefits out of
So the
your
nice
research,
thing
or
about
they don't
our
get any
particular workshop here is that we focus both on those sort of extreme moments when you have disasters that require immediate, urgent, and rapid responses, and also on the kinds of protracted situations that people find themselves in with underdeveloped welfare systems and that sort of thing. So we focus at both sides of the coin of human insecurity, so to speak.
People of the country their lives.
And they are pretending to be NGO workers.
Academicians typically are known for sitting in their ivory towers and not really being able to empathize or putting themselves in the shoes of humanitarian actors. It has definitely exposed me to the nuances of what people actually go through when they are out there on the field.
The fact that also you can bring evidence into it. Because many times we don't measure human security. How do we measure human security? And those are some of the discussions that we had. It's going to bring a lot of impact in terms of improving the way we work.
Whatever we do, we have to have a data bank to collect data, do more research, and that would help not only us, but the worldwide community who responds to disasters to be better prepared, and the care can be very well coordinated amongst interagencies as well.
It's taught me so much about respecting people's spaces, their belief systems, and I have unlearned so much. More than learning, I think the unlearning will be what I will treasure more.